A quick little guide on some lessons I need you guys all to fulfill before you hit the age of 21. First thing, and it's a thing that every guy I know is going to deal with, and they're constantly thinking about this, and that is your financial future. Currently, you probably are employed, whether you're a low paying worker, a low paid worker, I should say. You might be working fast food like I was, or you might be working retail, having to deal with annoying customers, but you just like to have the pocket money. You don't really want to be relying on your parents to ask them to cover you for gas, to hang out with your friends. So you want a little bit of independence. So you are working a low paying job right now, just for the time being, and you don't plan to stay there very long. Or with the rise of the internet and every guy, it seems like just making money offline, you can always have some sort of side hustle, whether it's copywriting, email marketing, the list is pretty much endless. And if you're able to do that, I would definitely recommend you choose that line of work over doing the low pay in person job, simply because you save a lot of time on commuting. You could probably be making money in your pajamas, and it's just a lot more convenient. And a lot of you guys right now are either in the brink of joining college, or you might have been already a few years in. And in order to be successful in college and get the most out of your tuition money, you guys have to choose the right major. I always preach for STEM or business majors. Anything else, I really don't see the point of it unless like you're doing uh, any major just to get a second schooling degree right after. Like if you want to go to law school and you're getting like a psychology major, okay, that's different. But like communications is pointless, man. I hate to be that guy, but there's certain majors that don't have a good ROI, and I wouldn't even bother wasting my time on. While you are in college, you also have to focus on getting an internship, especially if you're a business major. Internships literally give you the experience you need to first know if you even like that line of work. I can't tell you how many guys I know have ended up going full time into a job that they completely cannot stand, and they kind of regret not getting an internship because that internship would have allowed them to know whether they would actually want to be in this line of work or not. So try to get that internship. The pay for these internships, especially for a good company, is through the roof. So try to network and really do your best to apply and perform well on the interviews. Also, you have to get some sort of club position or volunteer work and add that to your resume. It could be something as easy as giving back to the homeless, spending time at the food drive, but in terms of club position, I would always recommend you go with your major club. If you're a finance major, join the finance club on campus. If you're a computer science major, join the computer science club on campus. Do your best to get very involved and join the friend groups that are already in there. Try to get cool with everybody because these people could bring you a lot of help later on in life. They might be able to give you a referral, or even just being surrounded with like-minded students. They're going to tell you what classes to take, who to avoid, the best lecturers, all that. So that's very important. And this kind of leads into the next point of just networking. Your network is your net worth. So the people you know will have a big, big factor into where you end up going with your life. If you want to go corporate, you have to have the connections for that. You need to know the guy that's applying for the high end jobs and how he got in there, how the recruiter looks at the applicants. You have to know as many people as you can. People need to know who you are. They need to hear your name and immediately put a face to it. It's very important. And let's say you're a few years in college and you kind of want to start a business. You have a idea and you want to see your execution skills on this. You figure you're young, you don't have any dependents, so you really don't have that much to lose. And that's a great mindset. First thing you need to do is come up with a plan. We all know how hard it is to be a successful business owner, how difficult it is with all the competition out there, growing technologies that might even make our company obsolete. So it's ideal that you come up with a guideline, some blueprints that you will follow and try to execute to the best of your ability. And I'd always recommend you think about the times that you worked corporate and figure out how those businesses were successful, think about the companies you work for. They were making millions and billions of dollars, and they were only giving out to their employees what, minimum wage? You were working for minimum wage, and the company you were working for was making millions. Does that seem fair? But anyways, you want to use that ideology, or you want to use that you want to use what they're good at. You want to figure out the things that they did that made the business run so well, and also make sure you avoid the mistakes that they make. Not all the companies are perfect, and whatever they lack, make sure you don't put in your business. And also, do not be scared to fail. You're gonna have to fail multiple times to be a successful business owner. Mark Cuban, all these big guys, they've all failed multiple businesses, and they always preach the ideology. It only takes one business to be successful. So that's why you should not be scared of failing, because the chances are you probably will fail your first business. If I'm being honest, I failed my first business. I'll say that, say that openly. I have no shame about it. And you honestly can't really fail anyways, because yeah, you might lose some money, but the experience you get from that, you know how to implement and adapt and put this to the next business you start. And when it comes to really scaling that business, let's say it starts off as a side hustle, but you see the plan, you see the vision, you're making a good amount of money on a monthly basis. Now it's time for you to go all in. You're going to make sure you have enough cash saved up, or enough money saved up, that you don't have to work a job anymore. You don't even have to work part time, maybe a few hours if you absolutely have to. But this is really the grinding point in your business where you want to go all in, focus on this as much as you can. Literally eat, sleep in this. And I don't even know how much sleep you're going to get, but it's a point in your life where it's going to be a little rough, it's going to be a little rocky, but you have to be ready for it and just enjoy the grind. Next, we're going to talk about health. Your health is so important, guys. I know as a college student, we're so tempted with all these bad options around us, all this like fast food, and it's honestly it's really bad for you. I don't know why we make it acceptable. I think it's just cuz out of pure convenience, we just are so used to procrastinating, and then we finish our work at 12 a.m. and the only thing that's open is this pizza spot, and we have to just get that cuz it's so close to our dorm. So, when it comes to your diet, don't eat unhealthy all the time. Try to really limit the times that you do. I'd always recommend you having high quality meats. A lot of guys kind of are chintzy in this category. Like they'll skip out just because they want to save a few bucks. But buy organic meats, buy grass fed beef, organic chicken. It's very important that you try to consume the highest quality cut that you can. Obviously, if you can't afford it, I get it. But if you are in the position where you can buy it, I highly recommend. It's a lot healthier for you. You're not gonna have those stomach pains later on, and it's just better to consume higher quality foods. And also, you have to limit the convenient items. It's so crazy how in this world now we can literally microwave a full course meal in 3 minutes. You shouldn't be consuming that too often. There's a lot of chemicals and a lot of preservatives in there that you shouldn't be eating. If you can't pronounce an ingredient, that's a sign that you shouldn't eat it for the most part. Always use or always go for whole foods over a convenient item. Instead of a pre-made protein shake, I would consume chicken and rice that I made. A lot healthier. You can spot out the ingredients. It's just better for you, bro. Also, avoid fried foods. Fried foods are not good for you. I know they taste good, but there's always grilled alternatives. No more crispy sandwiches, and a lot of companies are kind of sneaky. They try to trick you with crispy and instead of saying fried, but crispy is the same thing as fried. So always go for the grilled option. Whenever you're out and you're eating fast food, don't think that, oh, just because I'm at a fast food restaurant that I can't be on my diet or I can't eat a healthier option. There's always healthier options now, so always go for grilled. And make sure you're drinking at least a gallon of water a day. I know sometimes I'm not able to hit my gallon, and I really got to make a punishment for myself. And I recommend you do the same, because without drinking enough water, your skin's not going to be clear. You're not going to feel as energetic. You're going to be a little sluggish, and it's just not good for you, bro. Your body needs a lot of water. So carry on a gallon a day if you want to look like those like gym bros. I can't even hate on you, bro. It's just so much easier to just have one big jug that you drink from for the entire day, rather than just drinking 8 or 9 water bottles. It's just so inconvenient. But always go for the bigger gallon because it's gonna save you a lot of time. Also, training. Come on, guys. I don't care what major you are, unless maybe if you're a medical major, because I heard some of you guys literally can't even leave the house. But um, you should be doing weight training, uh, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. Think is pretty ideal and pretty standard for most of you guys. Doing a cardio session, whether that's a treadmill, going for a run, riding a bike. There's so many fun stuff you can do with cardio. If you live in a hot area, go swimming. Swimming's so much fun, so peaceful. You don't even need headphones. You can literally just swim in your pool, do laps, bunch of fun. And then also, you got to get into a contact sport. I was literally talking to one of my boys last time I seen him, and we just talked about jujitsu. He was showing me how he fights. He even sent me a video. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I'm going to have to give it a try. It just looks so much fun. Contact sports will teach you how to man up. You're going to get popped in the face, and or you're gonna get thrown to the ground. You're gonna feel somewhat embarrassed, but guess what? You're gonna understand it's not that deep, and you're gonna get right back on your feet. And when you know how to defend yourself, you kind of just move a little different. You just move differently, and people will take notice of that. You'll get a lot more respect. Also, you got to make sure you stretch and actually take care of your body. If you put your body through a grueling workout, it needs recovery. I don't know why guys think it's so uncool to stretch, but I always make sure I stretch before and after a workout. I take care of my body. I bought a heating pad, so I'll put that on my joints when it's sore. Ice baths, cold showers, all of that. It's great for your body. Even if you have to buy like lotion or the massage gun, take care of your body, invest in it, bro. You only get one body, so you might as well treat it like a Lamborghini, bro. Moving on to your mental health, this is very important too. It's kind of easy to neglect just because it's not something we think about too much, but make sure you practice your gratitude. Be thankful for the things you have in life. You might not have been given everything, but you were given something, bro. And there'd be someone that is dying to be in the situation that you're currently in. Don't ever forget that because otherwise, if you continue to just chase materialistic success, you're never going to be happy and satisfied with what you actually have. Definitely throw in meditation once in the morning, twice throughout the day, however you want to schedule it. Make sure you just take time to close your eyes and just think, or not think actually, just kind of vibe out. You're not supposed to be thinking when you meditate. It's good for your body, it's good for your soul, and it's a very easy way to kind of recharge in the middle of the day. I find that very helpful. Cold showers. Oh man, nothing better than this. Starting off your day with a cold shower. You don't have to be in there for too long, but you will experience the benefits from it, waking you up, not making you sluggish. You might not even need coffee in the morning, so give it a try. It makes a man, bro. Try it. Next, social. You need to have tremendous social skills. Your social skills are arguably a top two trait I think you can have as a man. It doesn't really get anything better and anything more important than the way you communicate with other people. If you don't have good social skills right now, first thing you should try doing is cold approaching. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be with girls, but just talking to strangers about literally anything. If you see somebody with nice shoes, just say, hey bro, I like those shoes. Where'd you buy them from? Oh, really? I might have to get a pair of those. Or do you recommend those over a different style? Just talk to them about anything. Doesn't have to be super long. Can literally be like 4 sentences. And then you could say, hey bro, I gotta go. I gotta run, but it was nice meeting you. Introduce yourself, ask them for their social media or whatever, and yeah, just go from there. If you are going out, try to introduce yourself to at least 3 people. For example, if you go to like a night environment or a nightclub, any sort of outing or a club meeting, try to talk to at least 3 people. Get 3 new people. That's the important part. It can't just be 3 guys that you talk to every single time. It has to be 3 new people. Get people to understand who you are, and the more they see you in that certain area, the more they might even approach you and then talk to you about that. You guys both like the same environment, the same outing, the same major. If you're at that major club, whatever environment you're in, they will talk to you about it, and it's an easy way to strike up conversation. Your ultimate goal is to be able to talk to anyone about anything. You want to be able to talk to a 90-year-old woman about why eggs are more expensive now than they were. And you also want to be able to talk to a little baby who's walking with his mom, and you walk past her and you smile, you giggle. That form of communication is important. You want to be able to talk to kids your age, kids older than you, adults, people with kids, like anybody, any human. You have to be able to have some sort of positive interaction with. That should be your goal as a man. And when you're really improving your social skills, it's also ultimately going to lead to you developing a friend group. But the importance of your friend group is who you have in there. You want to hang out with guys that aren't reliant on substances. Don't be one of those guys that thinks that he has a lot of friends just because he's in a smoking group chat. Because the moment you tell them, hey, I don't want to smoke weed anymore, they're not going to hang out with you. Or whenever you want to hang out without doing drugs, they're not going to do that. They're not gonna hang out with you, bro. It's kind of just how it is. Remain loyal. Don't be one of those guys that always talks bad about his friends behind their back. Don't try to go after their exes. Don't try to be a disloyal person. Don't steal. Like there's it's really basic things, but loyalty as a man is a very important trait for you to have. And if you don't have that within your friend group, if you guys cannot literally trust each other with everything, there's not a real friendship there. If you can't trust them with your money, you can't trust them with with your girl or with them being at your house. Like there's so many things that go into loyalty and trust, and it's a very important thing that you have and that the other members in your circle have as well. And make sure they bring out the best in you. Have friends that encourage you to push past your boundaries and really get outside your comfort zone. That's what you want. They're going to really motivate you to push yourself past the limit. I'll give you a perfect example of this. I was going rock climbing with one of my friends last semester, and I'm pretty scared of heights. And I started climbing, and I got pretty high, and he could see the nervousness in me because I started moving as fast as I did when I was towards the bottom. And he just kept yelling at me, he kept pushing me to go forward. He told me I got this, and I was able to get all the way to the top and then look down. Still be a little scared, but when I got down off the wall, I was so proud of myself, and I couldn't have asked for a better friend in that moment, if I'm being completely honest. As always, guys, you know what to do. The choice is yours.